Hello students, I'm Himani Sharma, your educator. I warmly welcome you all on our YouTube platform, where we in today's video are going to talk about another Indian poet जो कि आपके UGC-NET Paper 2 English Literature के लिए बहुत important है, right? So whenever we talk about English Literature Paper 2, we see that yes, of course, there are several units that are there, जिसमें से Indian writing in English also holds a very important place. So talking about her, let's just look at the image, right? And she was born in the year 1879 and passed away in 1949. She was born in Hyderabad and passed away in Lucknow and is also known by another name, Sarojini Chattopadhyay. Right? She was the first Indian woman to be the president of the Indian National Congress. ठीक है, तो ये minor facts ये important बन जाते हैं with regards to how we are going to move forward and see कि इनके works में बहुत सारी themes होती हैं, right? And she was appointed as the Indian State Governor, right? Moving forward, the first work of importance, the first collection that we have, she was a poet, तो poetry collection में we see the first debut collection इनकी जो 1905 में which was published. The name was The Golden Threshold. It was published when she was just 26 years old. So it was a collection. It means इसमें बहुत सारे pieces of poetry आते हैं, right? The collection reflects her early poetry combining the elements of romanticism with Indian sensibilities. You will see कि ये Indian life को जो कि बहुत simple होती है, the way she portrays it in her works is something which is remarkable. Right? And she also takes ahead in her time the romanticism. अब romanticism not in the terms of love so to say कि एक लवर एंड बिलवेड के प्यार के बारे में तो बात होती ही नहीं ज्यादातर. द थिंग दैट वी सी इन हर वर्क्स इज द रोमांटिसिज्म रिलेटेड टू नेचर. सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट ब्रिटिश लिटरेचर इन इंग्लिश, राइट, उसमें भी हम लोग ये चीज देखते हैं कि रोमांटिक एज आई थी तो द राइटर्स दे स्टार्टेड फोकसिंग ऑन लविंग द नेचर. सेम इज द केस विद हर. शी विल टॉक अबाउट लव, शी विल रादर ऑल्सो टॉक अबाउट द लव विच वन शुड हैव एंड possess अपनी नेचर के लिए, राइट? So poems are on love, nature, struggles of the Indian society under the colonial rule. So जब when she was writing, and she has been one such person जिन्होंने actively Indian freedom movement, Indian independence में participate करा है. So she was not just a poet, but also an active participant in the freedom struggle of India, right? ये जो section है, ये collection है, it is divided into 3 parts of folk songs, songs for music and poems as well. Right? Moving ahead with the one important fact with regards to the golden threshold is that इसमें एक बहुत famous poem जो आपके net examination में from where the quotes have been asked, I will be reading the poem with you all here. Palanquin bearers जो है वो पूछी गई है इसी particular जो collection है the golden threshold. In this particular collection only the palanquin bearers is published. Right? So they can ask as a question, and they have asked this as a question in your net examination. Now, what is palanquin? Palanquin in Hindi में जिसको हम पालकी बोलते हैं, bearers, पालकी उठाने वाले, ठीक है? So this would be about a girl जिसकी अभी नई शादी हुई है, right? And she is going and moving forward. Let's just read the poem, The Palanquin Bearers here. ये lines आई हुई हैं आपके net में. Lightly, oh lightly, we bear her along. She sways like a flower in the wind of our song. जो गाना हम गा रहे हैं उसमें फूल की तरह हवा में झूम रही है वो. She skims like a bird on the foam of a stream. She floats like a laugh from the lips of a dream. Gaily, oh gaily, खुशी से और खुशी से we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. जैसे किसी धागे के ऊपर मोती पिरोया होता है और वो धागा ऐसे ऐसे हिलता है, उस तरीके से हम उसकी पालकी को हिलाते हुए लेके जा रहे हैं अपना गाना गाते हुए. So they are talking about the farewell of a girl. Right? Softly, oh softly, we bear her along. She hangs like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a beam on the brow of the tide. She falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. Lightly, oh lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. तो एक लड़की के मन में जो emotions होते हैं, the way she carries it forward when she becomes a bride is what Naidu has totally tried and justified in her work. तो जो Indianness की बात मैं कर रही थी, जो प्यार की बात कर रही थी, that is completely visible in this particular work of hers. Then we have the next collection, which is known by the name The Bird of Time. 1912 में ये आई थी. सेकेंड पोएट्री कलेक्शन शोकेसिंग मैच्योर पोएटिक वॉइस. तो गोल्डन थ्रेशोल्ड में हमें थोड़ी सी इनोसेंट वाइब आती है फ्रॉम नायडू, बट हियर मूविंग फॉरवर्ड जब कोई राइटर लिखने लगता है, ऑफ कोर्स he or she starts maturing. We see that mature aspect in the second collection of hers. Delves into the themes of love, longing, nature and spirituality. We also see, just like Rabindranath Tagore, इनके अंदर भी spirituality का एक aspect है. Moving to the next collection is The Broken Wing in 1917. During the period of India's freedom struggle, I already told you she was one such writer, was an active participant in the Indian freedom movement. ठीक है, इनको क्या कहा जाता था? The Nightingale of India as well, right? हर पॉलिटिकल अवेयरनेस एंड हर इन्वॉल्वमेंट, उस वजह से भी इसमें कलेक्शन में वैसी पोम्स भी देखने के लिए मिलती हैं दैट सेलिब्रेट द करेज, द रेजिलियंस एंड द सैक्रिफाइस ऑफ द इंडियन फ्रीडम फाइटर्स, द वंस हु हैव ब्रेवली फॉट फॉर द फाइट एंड दे हैव फॉट फॉर देयर नेशन, दे हैव स्टूड अप फॉर द नेशन एंड टू मेक श्योर दैट दे claim their own country land back from the clutches of the British people. ठीक है, तो अंग्रेजों से छुटकारा दिलवाने के लिए अपनी bravery, अपनी courage, अपनी resilience के साथ, the way the freedom fighters have fought, that spirit is seen in this particular collection named The Broken Wing. कि पंख टूट भी गया है, फिर भी हम लोग उड़ने की चाह में चल रहे हैं. ठीक है, The Feather of the Dawn, published in 1961, that combines her love for nature, spiritual exploration and the role of women in society. She was a person, as I told you, खुद भी actively participate कर रही थी. She was talking about what, अगर अभी हमने palanquin bearers पढ़ी, तो उसमें the simplicity that a woman has with regards to what life has to offer her, the Indianness in that particular thing, we see that. The femininity, the motherhood and the empower of women, ये जो है empowerment को she tries to address in her works. It also includes poems inspired by Indian myth and heritage as well. Now let's just read the poem The Bengal Sellers here. Very beautiful poem. इसमें से भी questions आते हैं, normally पूछ लिया जाता है किसकी poem है. So let's just read, because this poem is very beautifully written in the sense that each and every stanza is referring कि ये वाली इस तरीके की बैंगल सेलर्स के पास इस तरीके की चूड़ियां हैं जो इस पर्टिकुलर एज ग्रुप की नीड्स को केटर करेंगी, so on and so forth. Let's read it. Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light? Because bangles are circular in nature, right? Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. They are saying कि खुश लड़कियां, खुश बेटियां और खुश बीवियां जो हैं उनके लिए हम लोग lustrous, rainbow tinted color of light लेके आए हैं. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist. कोई एक maiden की wrist के लिए बनी है. Silver and blue and the mountain mist, कवारी लड़कियों के लिए. Some are flushed like the buds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. कि अभी जवानी जिनकी फूट रही है, कुछ चूड़ियां उनके लिए है. ठीक है. Some are like the fields of sunlit corn. जैसे खेतों में आप कॉर्न देखोगे, उसके ऊपर सन गिरता है, तो जो किरणों की वजह से सन और खिल जा, वो जो कॉर्न है और खिल जाता है, उस तरीके से कुछ चूड़ियां ऐसी हैं जो सनलिट कॉर्न की तरह चमक रही हैं. Meet for a bride on her bridal morn. So जब एक औरत जो शादी करके जाती है, the next morning when she wakes up, some चूड़ियां जो हैं वो वैसी चमक भी रख रही हैं. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, the passion that the girl might have for her husband, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So mix of both, right? Some are purple and gold-flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway. कुछ चूड़ियां मेरे पास ऐसी हैं उन औरतों के लिए जिन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी जो है आधी बिता चुकी हैं. Whose hands have cherished, जिनकी हाथों ने चीजों को चेरिश करा है, जिनके हाथों ने लोगों को ब्लेस करा है. Whose love has blessed and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household with the fruitful pride and worships God at her husband's side. So यहाँ पे 4 तरीके के, बेटियों के चूड़ियों के बारे में, कवारी लड़कियों की चूड़ियों के बारे में, the ones who is a bride and then the one who has lived her life halfway, ठीक है, उन सबको stanza wise यहाँ पे पिरोया गया है by the expertise of Sarojini Naidu. So we see that the love for India, the passion for India in her works and advocacy for women's rights, we see that how she, अभी हमने poems पढ़ी, recite करी, the evocation of emotions. We understand what a bride must be going through when she is the one who is leaving her household, right? Who is going to some other place. तो खुशी के साथ साथ खुशी के आंसू भी है और गमी के आंसू भी है. So the way she evokes emotions through her works is also something which is commendable with regards to Naidu. ठीक है, तो ये प्यार, ये simplicity, ये Indianness, ये spirituality, all these things we see in the works of Naidu. I hope things are clear to you all. If you still feel you have any doubt, you can drop it down in the comment section below. I'll try to reply for sure. Till that, till that time, keep on studying. Thank you so much and have a good day. Bye-bye.